Hello everyone, this is Mr. Manning, and this video is going to be about the three types of software that are available to you on your computer. We're going to talk about each type of software in detail. I'm going to tell you what type of software it is. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why your computer needs that type of software. Give you several of examples of software that is available for you to purchase or download, and that meets or that is in that particular category. And then finally, with each type of software, I'm going to show you a short video clip to kind of better illustrate what type of software it is. And we are going to make a comparison. I really like to use comparisons to help us understand these different types of software. And the comparison that we're going to use today is about a car, about vehicles. As we all know, we all drive vehicles. We're pretty familiar with how they operate, and we are going to compare the three types of software to parts of a car. That sounds a little crazy, but hopefully it'll all make sense whenever we are done. The first type of software that we are going to discuss is the operating system software. The operating system is the first one because it is sometimes considered to be the most important type of software that's on your computer. The operating system actually runs the entire computer. It tells all the other software applications what to do. It also helps the different hardware pieces inside the computer understand what to do and operate correctly. There are several different types of operating systems. The two most popular by far is the Windows operating system that is created by Microsoft, and then the OS 10 operating system, which is created by Apple. Both of these operating systems have gone through several changes over the years, several updates, adjustments. Currently, Windows is on Windows 10, and Apple is still on what we call OS 10, but it has had lots of different versions. They are currently on OS 10 El Capitan, which is El Capitan is a very famous landmark in Yosemite National Park. Apple names their versions by different locations or animals. They just have kind of a lot of random ways that they name their operating system versions. We're now going to watch a very short clip from a movie called War Games. This movie actually came out in the mid 1980s. It was a very famous movie at the time. A lot of people really enjoyed it. In fact, if you're ever watching television on like a Saturday afternoon or maybe even late night TV, you can sometimes catch a rerun of this movie. Now, the reason we're going to watch this is because in the movie, the main character is going to be using an operating system called DOS. DOS was one of the very first operating systems that computers had. And the reason I like to show this clip is because I want you to see how much operating systems have changed over the years. Now, you got to remember, this was the mid 1980s, so we're talking nearly 30 years ago. But the operating system looks so much different than the current versions of Windows and Apple OS 10 do now. The first thing you'll probably notice is there's no graphics at all, and the user is not using a mouse. They are typing all of their commands. DOS was a system where you had to basically memorize all of these commands that you typed into the computer to get it to do things. In this particular scene, the character is attempting to hack into his high school's computer system because he wants to change the grades for him and one of his friends. So let's see what happens.
What are you doing?
Dialing into the school's computer. They change the password every couple of weeks, but I know where they write it down.
Are those your grades?
Yeah. I don't think that I deserved an F. Do you?
You can't do that.
Already done. Do you have a middle initial?
K, Catherine. These are my grades.
How can anybody get a D in home ec?
If that's none of your business, can you erase this,
No,
please?
it's too late.
What are you doing?
I'm changing your biology grade.
No, I don't want you to do that. You're gonna get me in trouble.
No, nobody can find out. There, you just got a C. Now you don't have to go to summer school.
Change it back.
Why? They can't possibly just...
I said change it back.
Okay, okay.
I guess I better get going.
Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love that movie. I really like to watch it. But I think, like I said previously, it really does illustrate how far we have come with our operating system. I bet most of you, after seeing that clip, are probably really, really glad that we no longer have the DOS operating system. I would say the ones that we have now are quite a bit better. I also mentioned that we would talk about the different types of software compared to a car or a vehicle. So you can see by this demonstration, I've got a picture of an engine that came straight out of a car. I like to use this comparison for operating systems because in many ways the operating system on the computer is like the engine of a car. You absolutely must have it to be able to operate the computer. If you don't have an operating system, the computer's not going to know what to do. It's just going to be a big old expensive paperweight, and nobody wants that. So just like if a car didn't have an engine, you wouldn't get much use out of it. The same thing is with a computer and its operating system. Let's go ahead and move on to the second type of software, which is application software. This is probably the software that you know the best because it's software that you use every single day. Application software is not necessary like operating systems are. And what I mean by that is your computer would be able to run without application software. However, you wouldn't enjoy it very much. Application software is all of the programs, all of the software that makes the computer fun and enjoyable to use. So some possible examples for application software would be Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Adobe Photoshop, any games that you want to play. And I know some of you guys are gamers, so if you play PC games at all, that's application software. You might also like iTunes or Movie Maker. I mean, there's just all sorts of different types of application software that you can install on your computer and use. In fact, you're mostly familiar with the term apps for your cell phones or tablets. That's actually where this term came from. An app on your cell phone or tablet is almost always application software because it makes your phone or tablet more fun or more productive to use. So now we're going to watch a little clip of some people playing some PC games. It's not a real long clip, but just kind of helps demonstrate to you that this is application software.
Get ready for combat, heroes.
So, I'm guessing it has something to do with the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
And none shall prevent its wrath.
Rainer, this is a family show.
Yeah. So where do we want to go? Where do you want me to go?
You can go bottom, and I will hold the top lane. Everybody push out our golem lane.
Battle commencing.
Look to get kills and play well.
Seconds.
Don't die.
Okay. All right, that game looked pretty fun. I think I might have to go check out a copy of that. Let's do our car comparison now. So you will see that you now see a photo of all of the fun stuff that is in a car. So look at how nice that thing looks. We've got leather seats. They're probably heated. Oh, that'd be really nice in the winter, right? It probably has surround sound speakers, cruise control, Bluetooth, maybe even Wi-Fi. A lot of the new cars are getting Wi-Fi in them. Now, all of these things are not necessary for the car to operate, but they sure make it a lot more fun to ride in, right? And that's kind of like what application software is. Whenever you have application software on your computer, it's not absolutely necessary, but it sure makes it a lot more fun to use the computer. All right, and finally, the third and final type of software, I call this guy the unsung hero of softwares because This type of software is important for your computer, but nobody really cares about it. Nobody actually pays much attention to it. And the type of software I'm talking about is called utility software. Now, utility software you probably won't be able to think of off the top of your head. And that's okay. Most people can't. The reason is because we don't pay a lot of attention to it. Utility software is software that helps keep our computers running properly and hopefully avoid maintenance issues. So they basically guard our computers for us and make them easier to use. Now, utility software is not 100% necessary like operating software, but it is strongly recommended. Some examples of utility software would be like antivirus programs or spyware or maybe a disk defragmenter. Anything that could, a firewall. Oh, that's a super important one. Any of these types of software that you put on your computer to help protect yourself from any outside threats or to just keep it running smoothly and properly. So here's a short little video about utility software.
In a perfect world, there would be no viruses or other diseases, and no one would ever get sick. But since little nasties that make you feel lousy do exist, prevention seems like a pretty good idea, doesn't it? Now, for people, the solutions are pretty well established. But online, it's not always so clear. Computer nasties can be hidden in links, downloaded files, and even pop-ups or other advertisements. So you'll need software to protect yourself, but how do you know which one? Most internet security companies try to market their service as one of two things: antivirus or anti-malware.
All right, and now it's time for our car comparison. So when you think of a car, you might think of things that help your car run smoothly and properly. So these would be things like getting the oil changed regularly, maybe rotating the tires. Ooh, how about an alarm system? That would be a really good one. It's kind of like utility software because an alarm system protects your car from being stolen, where utility software protects your computer from being hacked or a virus getting on it. Okay, guys, well, I hope that this video has helped in some way. Hopefully you know a little bit more about the different types of software and why they would be important for you to have on your computer. Thanks for watching.